And Riverview Boy has it. On the outside, Freddie Dream racing is second. Peter Muir has a third on the rail. Miramichi Darrell works up fourth on the outside. Mountain North is on the run. Meadow Shadow moves now to fifth. They go up the pack stretch onto the quarter. Riverview Boy pacing on top, a length and a half. Freddie Dream is second. Peter Muir third. Miramichi Darrell gets to the rail. He's racing fourth. Meadow Shadow is fifth. Spoil Sport on the outside. Golden Fellow Mountain North. Quarter 30 and 2. They swing into the top turn. Riverview Boy out now but 2. Freddie Dream is second but 2. Peter Muir has a third. Miramichi Darrell is fourth, and Meadow Shadow. Golden Fellow Spoil Sport Park. And Mountain North trails in the rail, and they swing off the turn. Through the stretch now, and they come racing to the half. The leader is Riverview Boy. Riverview Boy with 3 now. Freddie Dream is second. Peter Muir third. Then Miramichi Darrell, Meadows Shadow, Golden Fellow Mountain North, and Spoil Sport. They were by the half, 102 and 2. They're into the turn now, racing for the 5/8, and Riverview Boy shows the way. Has the best of it by 3. Freddie Dream second. Peter Muir third. That is Miramichi Darrell as they go racing out by the 5/8 pole. On to the 3/4, Riverview Boy still with 3. Then Freddie Dream and Peter Muir. Golden Fellow gets to 4th. Miramichi Darrell racing 5th. Up on the outside, Mountain North, Meadow Shadow, Spoil Sport. They were by the 3/4, 1:34 and 1. Into the top turn, Riverview Boys on top of 5. Freddie Dream racing second. Miramichi Darrell has moved up on the inside. He is now racing third. Meadow Shadow looking for room behind him. Then Peter Muir, Golden Fellow Mountain North, Spoil Sport. Heading home, Riverview Boy with a good lead. It is 6 lengths now. Riverview Boy, a battle for second. Miramichi Darrell, Meadow Shadow coming on. Here they are at the line. It is Riverview Boy, Meadow Shadow, Miramichi Darrell, and Freddie Dream. And the time for the mile, 2:06 and 1. Boy, by pacing gelding 6, but Winthrop Labatt from Shiaway, Ciora win. On but Gordon Sprague of St. John, trained and driven by Wayne Sprague. That's the 3rd winning trip this year for Riverview Boy. It's his fastest this afternoon, winning in 2:06 and 1. Well, the result of the first race is now official. Peter Muir was 5th. Mountain North, 6th. Meadow Shadow was 2nd. Riverview Boy, your race winner. Freddie Dream was 4th. Miramichi Darrell 3rd. Golden Fellow 7th, and the Spoil Sport was 8th. Some Nice was scratched. Times the quarter 30 and 2/5, the half 102 and 2, the 3/4 1:34 and 1, and the time for the mile 2:06 and 1/5. And we're all set now for the second race, field of 9. Approaching the top of the stretch, there's Cherry Frost and Phil Sowers. Harmony, Greenwood, Wilson, Gilmore. Cedars, Porter, John Davidson. Canadian Scooter, Bob Stevenson. Tarlad N with Steve Downey. Glengale, Sterling, Leroy Vincent. Nightcatcher with Jody Hennessy. Sis B. Babe with Owen Davies. Port Tax and Steve Mahar, and here they come. They're off in Cedars. Porter takes the lead on the inside. Canadian Scooter up on the outside, challenging second. Cherry Frost on the rail is racing third. Tarlad N outside, racing on 4th. Nightcatcher has 5th in the rail. Then it is Glengale, Sterling, Port, Taxis, B. Babe, Harmony, Greenwood trails. They go on to the quarter now. And Cedars, Porters, and top a length and a half. Canadian Scooters racing as second. Tarlad N working up on the outside. He now gets to 3rd, is racing on. Cherry Frost is rolled off stride, is on the run, and they were by the quarter 31 and 1. Nightcatcher gets to 4th. Glengale Starling moves to 5th. Then Port Tax, Sis Beat Babe, Harmony Greenwood. Cherry Frost still trails off stride. They come by the 3/8 pole now and on through the stretch. Here they come. They're racing to the half. It is Cedars, Porter, and top. Tarlad N up on the outside comes to 2nd now. Canadian Scooters racing 3rd. Nightcatcher moving 4th with cover. Then Glengale, Sterling, Port, Taxis, Beat Babe, Harmony, Greenwood, and a Cherry Frost. Far back the half, 102 and 4. They're into the turn and go racing to the 5/8 pole now. The leader is Cedars, Porter. Tarlat in, hanging a second. Canadian Scooters third. Nightcatcher on the outside fourth. Gale Sterling on the rail. Then it is a Port Tax, Sis, Speed, Babe, Harmony, Greenwood, Cherry Frost out of the contention. The two leaders are racing neck and neck. Cedars, Pointers on the inside. Tarlat in on the outside. Canadian Scooter is a third. At they're by the three-quarters, 134 and 4. Racing neck and neck into the top turn. Cedars, Pointer on the inside, now a half length. Tarlat in on the outside second. Canadian Scooters racing a third. Gale Sterling, Nightcatcher. They swing for home. It is Cedars, Pointer, and Tarlat in. On the outside comes charging to the top. Here comes Canadian Scooters. She's third. It is going to be Tarlat in. Tarlat in. Here they are at the line. Tarlat in. Then Cedars, Pointer, Canadian Scooter, and Port Tax for fourth. And the time for the mile, 2:07. And parading now, the winner of our second race, number 5, Tarlat in, bay pacing gelding 11 years by True Averill from Tar-Ren. Owned by Milton Downey of St. John, trained by Steve Mason, with Steve Downey driving. That's win number 2 this year for Tarlat in. It's his fastest this afternoon in 2:07. Race out of the second race now official. Cherry Frost was 9th. Harmony Greenwood 8th. Cedars Pointer was 2nd. Canadian Scooter 3rd. Tarlat in, your race winner. Gale Sterling was 7th. Nightcatcher 6th. Sis Speed Babe was 5th, and Port Tax was 4th. The race times the quarter 31 and a 5th. The half 1:02 and 4. Three-quarters 1:34 and 4/5. And the time for the mile 2:07. We're all set now for the third race, field of 6. Approaching the top of the stretch, there's Miramichi Beau with Phil Sowers. Zip Tar Lady with Lonnie Stokes. Island Candy, Ross McDonald. And Patricia Dares with Gordon Collett. Tavern's Dam with Bertie Charlton. And Billy's Flirt with Wayne Sprague. And here they come. They're off. Siptar Lady, the leader. Island Candy outside, racing on second. Miramichi Beau has third. Tavern's Dan is fourth. Patricia Dares racing fifth, and Billy's Flirt trailing. And around the turn, they race on to the 8th pole. And it is Siptar Lady leading a length. Island Candy racing second on the rail now. Miramichi Beau has third on the rail. Up on the outside, it's Tavern's Dan, then Patricia Dares. Billy's Flirt trailing the field as they race on to the quarter. And Siptar Lady, the leader, she's out by a length. Island Candy's racing second but 2, and Miramichi Beau has third. Tavern's Dan gets to the rail now fourth, quarter 33 and 2. There goes Billy's Flirt, brushing up on the outside now to fifth. And Patricia Dares trails on the rail as they swing around the top turn. They come to the 3/8 pole now. By that marker, Siptar Lady's in command. Leading by a length, Island Candy's racing second. Miramichi Beau has a third. Billy's Flirt working up on the outside now, gets to third. Miramichi Beau is fourth. Tavern's Dan moving fifth with cover. And Patricia Dares trails in the rail as they go by the half in 7 and 2. They're into the turn now, racing on to the 5/8, and Siptar Lady is the leader. Island Candy and Billy's Flirt. Billy's Flirt now second at the leader's wheel. Island Candy's third, and they're by the 5/8. Then Tavern's Dan outside fourth. Miramichi Beau and Patricia Dares moving to the outside. They race to the 3/4 now. 2 leaders neck and neck. Siptar Lady on the inside. Billy's Flirt on the outside. Island Candy's on the run. They go by the 3/4, 140 and 2. They're rid of the top turn. It is Siptar Lady and Billy's Flirt. Then on the outside, Tavern's Dan racing on third. Patricia Dares driving fourth. Miramichi Beau and Island Candy. They come by the 7/8 now, and here they come, swinging home. Siptar Lady, the leader. Tavern's Dan coming to her. On the outside, Patricia Dares is coming on. It is Siptar Lady and Tavern's Dan. They're neck and neck. And right to the line, here they are. Tavern's Dan, Siptar Lady, Patricia Dares, and Miramichi Beau. The time for the mile, 2:12 and 3. And parading now, the winner of the third race, number 7, Tavern's Dan. Bay pacing, gelding, he's 9 years. He's by Peter F. from Tavern's Edna. On by Cecil Murphy of Halifax. Trained and driven by Brady Charlton. That's the first winning trip this year for Tavern's Dan. This afternoon, 2, 12, and 3. And the result of the third race now official. Derby Sprint was scratched. Miramichi Bow, 4th. Star to Be was scratched. Zip Tar Lady, 2nd. Island Candy was 5th. Patricia Dares was 3rd. Tavern's Dan, your race winner, and Billy's Flirt was 6th. Race times quarter, 33 and 2. Well, half, 107 and 2. 3/4, 140 and 2/5. Time for the mile, 2, 12, and 3. And we're all set now for the fourth race. We have a field of 9 approaching the top of the stretch. There's High Fly with Ricky Armstrong, Laser Scott, and Jody Hennessy. Coworth the Quiver, Gary McDonald. Windcrest, Georgia, John Davidson. Fen Dillon, Don Bickford. And Chet's Pride with Earl Smith. Passe Poil with Doug Falcons. Foxy Paw with Kim Cameron. Lumber Lobel with Owen Davies, and here they come. They're off in Chet's Pride. Wings 4 has the lead on the inside. Laser Scott. Windcrest, Georgia going up. Kawartha Quiver, they're 4 wide. Round the turn, Laser Scott now on top. Windcrest, Georgia drives up on the outside. She's 2nd. Lapped on the leader as they go by the 8th pole. Then Kawartha Quivers racing 3rd at now. Windcrest, Georgia grabs the top. Laser Scott's racing 2nd. Chet's Pride drives on 3rd, goes on. Chet's Pride now 2nd. Laser Scott is 3rd. Kawartha Quivers racing 4th. Then High Fly 5th. Quarter 31 seconds. Lumber Lobel, Fen Dillon, Passe Poil, and Foxy Paul trails. Round the top turn. Windcrest, Georgia is the leader. Chet's Pride racing 2nd. Laser Scott is 3rd. Kawartha Quiver 4th. They swing on through the stretch, and here they come. Racing to the half. It is Windcrest, Georgia. Chet's Pride 2nd. Laser Scott is 3rd. Then Kawartha Quiver is 4th. High Fly moving 5th on the outside. Then Fen Dillon, Lumber Lobel. Then up on the outside goes Passe Poil and Foxy Paul. And they go racing now to the 5/8. They were by the half in 3 and 2. Windcrest, Georgia racing with the lead as they go by the 5/8. Windcrest, Georgia, Laser Scott moving up on the outside. They're neck at now. Laser Scott takes the top. Windcrest, Georgia 2nd. Chet's Pride and Kawartha Quiver. Then Fen Dillon, High Fly. Passe Poil. 134 and 4 by the 3/4. They're rid of the top turn, and Laser Scott's now on top. Windcrest, Georgia's racing 2nd. Kawartha Quiver has a 3rd. Fen Dillon comes to 4th. Chet's Pride 5th, and Passe Poil. Foxy Paul, High Fly, and Lumber Lobel trailing, heading home. It is Laser Scott, and up on the outside, Kawartha Quiver coming on. They're neck at neck as they come to the line. Laser Scott, Kawartha Quiver at the line. Laser Scott, Kawartha Quiver, Passe Poil too tight to call for 4th. The time for the mile, 2:07 and 2. The result of the fourth race now official. High Fly was 9th. Laser Scott, your race winner. Kawartha Quiver was 2nd. Windcrest, Georgia 5th. Fen Dillon was 4th. Chet's Pride 7th. Passe Poil was 3rd. Foxy Paul 6th. And Lumber Lobel was 8th. Race times quarter 31 seconds. The half 103 and 2. They were by the 3/4 pole at 134 and 4. And the time for the mile 2:07 and 2. We're all set now for the fifth race. We have a field of 9 approaching the top of the stretch. There's General Fast and Steve Mahar. Traveling Lady Jody Hennessy, Dartcom and Tony Haig. Gaytime Judge with John Davies. Good Front, Owen Davies. Wicked Andy, Gary McDonald. Ball McGee last with Wayne Mahar. Cherry Twist and Doug Falcons. Offshore Oil with John Davidson, and here they come. Clear off General Fast is pacing with the lead. Wicked Andy goes forward. Outside of him, Cherry Twist drives on. They're 3 wide into the turn, and it is a Wicked Andy in between horses. General Fast is on the rail second. Cherry Twist outside his third. Traveling Ladies fourth on the rail. Gaytime Judge outside his fifth, and Offshore Oil. Dart to Garmin. They race to the quarter and up on the outside. Cherry Twist wings four, and she takes the top, and Wicked Andy is second. There goes General Fast from third. He's up to second. They were by the quarter, 31-1. Cherry Twist takes him into the top turn, and General Fast up four and takes the lead now on the outside. General Fast and Cherry Twist and Wicked Andy. Then Traveling Ladies fourth. Gaytime Judge Party is fifth. Then it is Offshore Oil. Dart to Garmin. Then coming up on the outside, moving to eighth, it is Ball McGee last, and the trailer. Good front as they go by the half. It 103 and 2. They're into the turn now, racing to the 5/8. General Fast the leader. Cherry Twist is second. Wicked Andy up on the outside, drives on third. Traveling Lady moving fourth with cover. Offshore Oil is fifth. They're by the 5/8. On to the 3/4, General Fast a length and a half. Wicked Andy challenging second. Cherry Twist, Traveling Lady fourth, still with cover. Offshore Oil on the inside fifth. Dart to Garmin. They go by the 3/4 now. They've refined that marker 1:36 and 1. Into the top turn, General Fast now but 2. Cherry Twist is second. Traveling Lady racing a third. Offshore Oil, Wicked Andy, Dart Garmin. They come by the 7/8. Heading home it is General Fast with Traveling Lady coming up strong on the outside. General Fast, Traveling Lady coming on, so is Offshore Oil. The 2 leaders neck and neck. Now Traveling Lady, General Fast, and here they are, right to the line, neck and neck. Traveling Lady, General Fast, Offshore Oil, and Cherry Twist. The time for the mile, 2:10 and 1. And parading now, the winner of the 5th race, number 2, Traveling Lady. She's a bay pacing filly, 3 years, by Max Almahurst out of Sexy. And she's owned by Dave McPhail of Cornwall, Prince Edward Island. Trained by John Davies with Jody Hennessy driving. 4th winning trip this year and a new win race record, 2:10 and 1. Number 2, Traveling Lady, and Jody Hennessy. And the result of the 5th race is now official. General Fast was second. Traveling Lady, your race winner. Dart Garmin 5th. Gaytime Judge was 9th. Good Front was 6th. Wicked Andy 7th. Ball McGee last was 8th. Cherry Twist was 4th. And Offshore Oil was 3rd. Race times that were by the quarter, 31 and a 5th. At the half, 103 and 2. Up by the 3/4 pole at 1:36 and 1. And the time for the mile, 2:10 and 1. And we're all set now for the 6th race. Field of 9, approaching the top of the stretch. 'Tis a Hurricane with Phil Sowers. Colin J. with Doug Falcons. Contester and David O'Brien. The Trotter, Sharon Power with Mike Doyle. Hong Kong Shamrock and Lonnie Stokes. S.F. Barron with Herman Renault. The Trotter, Nick Rob Champ with Randy Phillips. Whisper Genie and Earl Smith. And Easy Time Gal with Steve Mahar. And here they come. They're off, and Colin J. has the lead. Contester up on the outside, racing second. Easy Time Gal has moved up on the inside to third. S.F. Barron's outside fourth. 'Tis a Hurricane has fifth, and Sharon Power trots his sixth. They swing around the turn and go by the 8th pole now. Colin J. the leader with Contester racing second. Easy Time Gal third. S.F. Barron moving up fourth on the outside and going on. S.F. Barron goes to third, is racing on. And gets to second now as they go racing out by the quarter. And Colin J. the leader, quarter, 32 and 1. Colin J. takes them into the top turn with S.F. Barron challenging second. Contester has third. Easy Time Gal is racing fourth. Sharon Power trots fifth on the outside. Then 'Tis a Hurricane. Hong Kong Shamrock, Whisper Genie, Nick Rob Chap trails. Through the stretch they come racing to the half. Colin J pacing on top. SF Barron and on the rail now racing a second. Then up on the outside comes Easy Time Gal with Sharon Power outside of her trotting fourth. Contester is a fifth. They were by the half and 4 and 4. Then 'tis a Hurricane. Whisper Genie on the move. Nick Rob Champ and Hong Kong Shamrock trails. Round the turn, they race off by the 5/8 now. Colin J, the leader. Easy Time Gal up on the outside second. SF Barron is third. Contester is a fourth. Going up on the outside, Sharon Power. 'Tis a Hurricane. Whisper Genie between horses. Nick Rob Champ. Hong Kong Shamrock. They're by the 3/4, 37 and 2 into the top turn. Easy Time Gal has gone to the top, and Colin J is second. SF Barron has a third. Contester fourth. Sharon Powers a wide fifth. Then 'tis a Hurricane. Whisper Genie. Then Nick Rob Champ. Hong Kong Shamrock heading home. It is Easy Time Gal with Colin J racing a second. Contester and Whisper Genie's coming on. It is Easy Time Gal. Gonna be her. Here they are at the line. Easy Time Gal. Then Whisper Genie. Too tight to call for the rest. The time for the mile, 2:11 and 1. Parading now, the winner of the 6th race, number 9, Easy Time Gal. A brown pacing filly, 3 years. She's by Easy Come, Easy Go, out of Princess Hunter. On but Joe Lindsay of St. Stephen, trained and driven by Steve Mahar. That's the first lifetime win for Easy Time Gal, and she takes a maiden record of 2:11 and 1. Now the result of the 6th race is official. 'Tis a Hurricane was 7th. Colin J was 4th. Contester 3rd. Sharon Power was 9th. Hong Kong Shamrock was 8th. SF Barron 6th. Nick Rob Champ was 5th. Whisper Genie 2nd. And Easy Time Gal, your race winner. The times that were by the quarter, 32 and 1. At the half, 104 and 4. By the 3/4 pole, 137 and 2. And the time for the mile, 2:11 and 1. And we're all set now for the 7th race with a field of 6. Approaching the top of the stretch, there's Upland Dawn with John Davidson, Jeff Down with Steve Downey, Mormac Doris with Steve Mahar, Blossom Blue and Charlie Ross, Flying Horton, Gary McDonald, Chep Firo with Peter DeCarton. Here they come. They're off. Jeff Down, the leader, getting out of there. Upland Dawn working up on the inside, takes the lead. Jeff Down, he's going to settle for cover, racing a second in behind the leader. Going up on the outside, Blossom Blue, racing on third and going on. Mormac Doris is a fourth. Flying Horton and Champ Pyro trailing. They go to the quarter. Blossom Blue makes a bid for the top. And Blossom Blue takes the lead on the outside. Upland Dawn is second. Jeff Down third. Mormac Doris is fourth. Flying Horton's racing fifth. And Champ Pyro trailing sixth as they race out by the quarter in 32 and 3. Swinging into the top turn, Blossom Blue. Out by a length with Upland Dawn the second. Jeff Down his third. Mormac Doris comes moving out from fourth now, and out from second. Here comes Upland Dawn by the 3/8 now. Swinging through the stretch and racing to the half. Blossom Blue is on the inside. Upland Dawn now the leader, moving out by a length. Upland Dawn and Blossom Blue and Jeff Down is third. Mormac Doris out moving fourth. That is Flying Horton. Champ Pyro trailing. They were by the half. 104 and 4. Out of the turn now, racing on to the 5/8. Upland Dawn pacing out on top. Mormac Doris has gone to second. Moving up and lapped on the leader now. They go by the 5/8. Upland Dawn on the inside. Mormac Doris on the outside. Blossom Blue has a third. Jeff Down, Flying Horton, and a Champ Pyro going to the 3/4. Upland Dawn by a length. Mormac Doris racing second. Blossom Blue and Flying Horton. Jeff Down, Champ Pyro, 3/4 and 137. Into the top turn, it is Upland Dawn. Mormac Doris in behind her again, racing second. Blossom Blue third. Flying Horton fourth. Jeff Down and Jeff Piper, they swing for home. Blindon, and here comes Mormac Doris again. Blossom Blue, Jeff Down moving up on the inside. It is Blindon and Mormac Doris. Here they are at the line. Blindon, Mormac Doris, Blossom Blue, and Jeff Down. Time for the mile. 2-9 and 2. Parading now, the winner of the 7th race, number 1, Blindon. A bay pacing mare, 4 years. She's by Willowbird from Paddyland, Dora. Owned by Art Davidson and Bill Sullivan of St. John. Trained and driven by John Davidson. First winning trip this year for the mare this afternoon into 9 and 2. And the result of the 7th race now official. Blindon, your race winner. Jeff Down was 4th. Mormac Doris 2nd. Blossom Blue was 3rd. TK Madeir, Easy Glib, and Wiper Clean all were scratched.
The 12th and final, second leg of the Labatt Blue Crown Series, approaching the top of the stretch. Gale Galaxy with John Davidson. Big D, Steve Mahar. Mountain Swinger, Earl Smith. Maple Grove Shadow, Winston Campbell. Beth Sealster, Mike Downey. Flight Officer, Maurice Roy. Here they come. They're off and quickly leaving the wire from post 2. Big D charges for the top. Gale Galaxy stays right with them, racing second, racing third along the rail. Mountain Swinger into the first turn, heading on towards the opening 8. Gale Galaxy has the top. Big D is racing second, Mountain Swinger driving third, Maple Grove Shadow is 4th. Then it's Beth Sealster and Flight Officer trails the field. On way to the opening quarter, Gale Galaxy shows the way. Big D is racing second, Mountain Swinger third, Maple Grove Shadow, Beth Sealster, Flight Officer trails. By the opening quarter, 29 seconds flat. Into the far turn they go, heading towards the 3/8. Gale Galaxy shows the way. On top by just a length. Big D laying second, Mountain Swinger third. Maple Grove Shadow, then it's Beth Sealster and Flight Officer trails the field. Down the stretch they come, on way to the opening half, and Gale Galaxy is on top. Big D is second, Mountain Swinger third, Maple Grove Shadow. Beth Sealster, Flight Officer to the opening half. Gale Galaxy takes them there. At the half, 1 minute and 4/5. Into the clubhouse turn they go for the second and final time. It's Gale Galaxy, Big D. Mountain Swinger racing third. Maple Grove Shadow yet to move 4th. Then Beth Sealster and Flight Officer. That's the way they are as they go to the 3 corners. It's Gale Galaxy. Big D now comes out to challenge Mountain Swinger. Maple Grove Shadow 4th on the outside strong. Beth Sealster and Flight Officer to the 3 quarters. It's still Gale Galaxy. By the 3 corners, 1:31 and 3. Gale Galaxy by a length and a half. Now Mountain Swinger has rolled off stride. Big D is racing third. Maple Grove Shadow strong on the outside. 4th, then it is Beth Sealster, Flight Officer. They swing for home, and Gale Galaxy has them by 4.5. Down the stretch, Gale Galaxy, Maple Grove Shadow chasing him strong on the outside. Big D and Mountain Swinger. Down to the wire, though, your winner, number 1. Gale Galaxy. Up for second, Maple Grove Shadow, and Mountain Swinger third. Time for the mile. 2:01 and 2. At the wire now, ladies and gentlemen, the unofficial winner of race 12, second leg of the Labatt Blue Crown Series. Please welcome number 1, Gale Galaxy. Gale Galaxy is a brown pacing horse, 5 years by Brightest Star, out of Trotwood Jill, owned by Shirley Davidson and Gerald Martin of St. John, trained by Art Davidson. John Davidson drives. Galaxy picks up his first winning trip of 1987, his first in 2 starts. Pacing this afternoon in 2:01 and 2. They went the first half a minute 4/5, last half in a minute 3/5. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the second leg of the Labatt Blue Crown